Another day for NCRAA basketball. Great morning to all the viewers out there. It's Justine Hernandez alongside Coach Daryl Alolod as we witness Immaculada Concepcion College goes up against De La Salle University. Dasma.
And Justin, good morning to you and good morning to all of our live viewers today here at NCRA. We are live right here at PUP Gymnasium at Santa Mesa, Manila. We have here the starting lineup for both teams. For Immaculada Concepcion, we have at point guard Alfred Flores, at center Jake Gaspay, and Alex De La Cruz playing for the shooting guard, small forward Kenneth Grado, and the power forward Roger Ondoa.
Coach Daryl on the opposing side, De La Salle University is fielding Rogelio Calagos at the one spot. Paul De Los Santos playing the power forward position. Luis Montes at the shooting guard. Sean Vesagas with a hot hand last time is playing the small forward. And James Puda is their man at the middle.
And Justin, you know what? This ICC, led by their coach Jay Agsalud, really plays well on their previous game against the PMMS. They won all of the quarters, not just the game, but all of the quarters that they have. They really dictate the game, and they were led by their number one player for that game, which is Alfred Flores, with 5 out of 6 on the three-point area. Not only that, they also have Jake Gaspay, who is almost all over the place with 83% overall percentage on the field goals, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 blocks. So it was a really convincing win for the ICC.
Coach Daryl. On the other side, Sean Vesagas off the bench did not disappoint as well. He has 19 points, 8 of 15 from the field. That's more than 50% of shooting, but he's a bit short when it comes to the three-point percentages. He's 1 of 4 from the three-point field, but Paul De Los Santos is there as well to counter Jake Gaspay today. He has 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 steals. Also, almost another quadruple-double fielding from De La Salle.
So both of these teams, they are on the winning column of our game. So let's watch what will happen. This is an exciting match. De La Salle Dasmariñas versus ICC Blue Hawks.
It's a great. This will be a great fast break, high pace ball game, Coach Daryl.
You are correct on that, Justin. So right here, I think there's a foul right now. Foul was called against De Los Santos of De La Salle Dasmariñas. So 2 free throws will be awarded to Kenneth Grado. First shot for Grado is no good.
Kenneth Grado seems like he's still cold in this early moments of the game.
We are waiting for this ICC to do their usual run and gun style. If you're going to look at their lineup here, Justin, they are not the tallest lineup here in the NCRAA, but I don't know if you will agree with me on this. They are the most athletic team that I ever see to play here at the NCRAA.
You can see it in the way they play, the way they run the floor. They don't rely on their size. They rely on their speed, agility, and athleticism, Coach Daryl.
It's a total package for this team. But a great getaway move right there by De La Salle University Dasmariñas, courtesy of Rogelio Calagos.
Yes, Calagos opens up this day, but
that's Alex De La Cruz from downtown early on this game, showing his range already.
This is another noteworthy thing about this matchup, Coach Daryl. Immaculada Concepcion College shoots more three-pointers than De La Salle University. Their game is a bit of a black and white. It's either a 2-point in the paint or from the 3-point line, Coach Daryl. No mid-range shots in their last game. It's either from the paint or 3-point line.
It's a great observation, Justin. So right now, ball possession goes back to ICC. Let's see if they can convert and increase their lead right here. They're up by 1 against De La Salle Dasmariñas. So full court pressure has been given right here by La Salle Dasma.
Gaspay passes it down the middle. He goes with a reverse layup.
So this Alex Flores, he may be the smallest person on the floor right now for ICC, but the big heart he shows right there, a reverse layup finish for Alex Flores.
On
and
the
he
other
grabs the
side,
rebound.
Montes missed that wide open 3. Should make more of those.
A smart move right there by Alex Flores. He knows that there will be a closeout defense there by Rogelio Calagos. He bumps a bit, sells that contact, and he'll go to the line right now for 2 free throws.
That's a bit painful on the other hand for Montes here. He missed a wide open a wide open 3-pointer, and then commits a foul on the other end of the floor.
Second shot right here for Flores. So on the field right now, it's Flores who's scoring here early in this quarter for the ICC Blue Hawks. Second shot is good for Flores.
So this is an early timeout. De La Salle calls a timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back into the ball game.
And you know what here, Justin? We have a wonderful coliseum that we have here. The Polytechnic University Gymnasium is really amazing. You can see the shiny floors, a well-ventilated gymnasium. This is the new gymnasium, by the way, for the PUP. I don't know if this is the first time that you've been here, but I remember the previous gymnasium that they have. This is a well-improved one that we are in right now.
Actually, Coach Daryl, this is the first time that I've stepped foot in this gymnasium, but I can tell you that it's very spacious, very pleasant looking. If you're a player, you would love to play here. Just the vibe and the energy of the place is amazing.
And we are really fortunate here, part of the NCRAA team, that can play right here in this wonderful gym. And we are also encouraging everyone who's watching right now to please share this link that you're in right now, so your friends, relatives who wants to watch this game can also watch it. And also, we're encouraging you to watch here at PUP Gymnasium live. This is a really amazing game. And we have 4 games for today. This is just the first one.
This is the first one of those games, and I bet you, Coach Daryl, if this game is already exciting for them, the next 2 will also be as exciting as this game is. And I can also promise you that some of these players, you'll see their faces more and more in the days to come.
And on that previous play, we've seen Jake Gaspay soars high to block that shot. Amazing athleticism for this kid.
Jake Gaspay already showcasing his blocking capabilities here. Now De La Salle, Montes again down the stretch to Calagos. He misses that wide open shortstop.
If you are Calagos, it's really difficult for you to, create a perimeter jumper, especially if Jake Gaspay is in front of you. That tall, lanky, athletic guy. Everyone will be scared. Are you going to take a shot if you're the player?
I will not take a shot because there's Gaspay, and on the other hand, there's also Ondoa that just got a block on this side of the floor for ICC, Coach Darrow.
Ewan ko din sa ICC, nagpapakita ng agad ng athleticism nila. Pinapakita na yata nila yung mga tinuro ni Coach Paul de la Cruz sa kanila. Ano kaya mga
I would agree, Coach Darrell.
training techniques ang ginawa ni Coach Paul de la Cruz dito. Paul de la Cruz is one of the great player that we have from Bulacan. He came from Pandi, Bulacan, one of the most intelligent point guard that I've ever seen. So kudos to Assistant Coach Paul de la Cruz to develop these young kids.
As we were speaking a while ago, Coach Darrell, De La Salle hits a three-pointer to go.
They are up right now, 10-9.
That's a 5-0 run, Coach Darrell.
5-0 run, and that 5-0 run. We want to thank all of our sponsors right now, especially the Rings Barbecue and Restaurant located at Calawaan, Pasig. We also have Panina Beach Camp located at Real, Quezon, and of course, our official ball, Molten, the real game. So on the floor, on the line right now, this is Ondoa, Roger Ondoa, the power forward for Immaculada Concepcion.
Would you agree to his nickname, Coach Darrell, the Baby Beast?
The Baby Beast, right? Somewhat resemblance of
CJ Perez.
CJ Perez.
Pure athleticism, Coach Darrell. Trinidad takes another three.
So offline for Trinidad on that shot, but they grab the rebound.
Nice hustle from Montes, saving the ball.
A good drop pass right there by Calagos. So it's James Puda was able to convert for 2 points with a courtesy of the assist of Rogelio Calagos.
Coach Darrell, ang kahaba ng gitna ng ICC at ang tataas tumalon. I would suggest, sa tingin mo, De La Salle, the game plan of De La Salle should be to kick the ball out or to just settle for the three at the moment.
If I'm the coach, I will inform or instruct my players to penetrate inside. Early in this game, they need to, at least makabutas sila sa ilalim, makuha nila yung momentum nila, makagrab sila ng mga fouls. So this tall and lanky guys of the ICC Blue Hawks will be in the foul trouble.
So Coach Darrell, you're telling me na you would choose the hard path. Kumbaga, get them into the foul trouble and gain confidence para sa team mo na salaksakan yung inside defense nitong ICC.
That is right. You can see the guards of the De La Salle Dasmariñas, they are hefty guards and they know how to play ball. They have a great dribbling skills. They can penetrate inside. We want to utilize that. But let's see what will be the instruction right here of Coach Tito Reyes. Of course, he's the helm of De La Salle Dasmariñas. Let's see what will happen right here.
As a substitution there, Ronroy Bunda checks in para dito sa De La Salle. Excuse me.
And Torres with a stop and pop right there. Amazing crossover move there by Torres and a shoulder jumper.
Already a couple of lead changes in today's game, Coach Darrell. We just crossed the half mark of the first quarter. And that's another three for De La Salle.
La Salle is really stretching the floor right now. Parang mali yata ako sa observation ko doon. They are trying to score from the outside, not challenging the big man of the ICC Blue Hawks.
At eto na yung unang pinoint out ko kanina, Coach Darrell. The turnover to assist ratio ng ICC. They already committed their first unforced turnover of the ballgame.
So, perimeter jumper for Montes is no good.
Look at that gang rebounding from ICC.
Ang sisipag ng ICC, no? But a great defense right there by Trinidad, but there's a foul.
Piso, Coach Darrell, piso. Pero kasama, braso.
Yun lang. Ang ganda na sana ng intention ng player. Montes really soars high to block that shot. However, may konting contact sa braso. Kaya ngayon, it's Toti Ramirez on the line right now shooting for free throws.
This is hurting ICC. They have had numerous trips on the free throw line, but they are splitting it all day, Coach Darrell.
You're correct on that. And of course, we want to give a shout out also to some of our live watchers for today. It's Yara Francesca. Nice one, Mark. And let's go, Mark. Thank you so much for watching, Yara. So here, Montes swings the ball over. Another three-point gunner is no good for Trinidad.
Trinidad has been their marksman here, the designated marksman for De La Salle, but Has been 1 of 3 at the moment, Coach Darren.
And on that possession, Joshua Monares blocked a shot. Still possession of Lasal Dasmariñas.
Trinidad tried it from the Hail Mary country. Ondoa attacking, and he is fouled.
Ondoa really challenged the defense right there. He knows that he has a strength and length advantage. Inatake niya head to head yung depensa. Wala nang crossover, wala nang changing pace. Babanggain kita. I will look for my free throw shots.
There's this thing kasi, Coach Daryl, no? Like, kahit anong gawin mo, na hands up ka lang, alam mo sa sarili mo, hands up ka lang. Eh, yung umatake sa'yo, malakas. Wala kang magawa. Titiklop ka, matatawagan ka ng foul. At yun yung nangyari doon. Kay Puda, it's just mas malaki yung katawan ni Ondoa at hindi niya napigilan yung strength na yun. Natiklop siya, foul ang naipito kay Puda.
But right now, Ondoa will rest for a moment and he will be replaced by Serafin Duarte.
This is actually the first time that I'm watching ICC play, Coach Daryl. So I'm clueless about their game. But as I see it, the way they play is that they put energy in front of their game.
And on that possession, Torres really did a wonderful sidestepping move. That's a Pinoy step, you know.
The Pinoy step, the
when
classic.
you put the ball up and then have an extra step, that's really eliminating the defense.
Mukhang binigyan dito ni Coach Tito Reyes si Trinidad ng lisensya na tumira ng tres, Coach Daryl.
Trinidad is a known gunner for their team. And Gaspay inside. Reverse finish. Offline for Gaspay on that possession.
Nice hustle there. Pero nakaapak na sa linya si Monares nung niligtas niya yung bola.
Jake Gaspay is sitting on the bench right now. He will be replaced. No points yet for Jake Gaspay.
Very surprising. At Montes naman tumirada ng tres pero wala. Sa pagkakataong yun, De La Salle has been shooting blanks with their previous 3 attempts from the line.
And another possession, another score right there for Toti Ramirez. Good move for ICC Blue Hawks.
The difference between La Salle and ICC at the moment is that pinipilit ng La Salle na tumira ng tres and ICC is forcing it inside.
That will be a deadly strategy, if I may say that, because you can win by the tree or die by the tree.
Ika nga double-edged sword.
Tama. And again, thank you po sa panonood. Rofer De La Cruz Kapalad. Good luck, Idol. Sam De La Cruz. Maraming salamat po sa panonood ninyo dito sa NCRAA. Please share this link para mas madami pang makanood na mga kaibigan, kapamilya.
Tama. Let everybody know na, there is this collegiate league, another collegiate league kung saan may enjoy nilang manood ng collegiate basketball.
And that's a nice possession right there. Nice hustle by Serafin Duarte. Talagang chinase niya yung ball handler from behind to tap the ball out. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to control the ball and gain the possession.
Bit sloppy there mula kay Bunda sa ball handling.
Bunda swings the ball. Back to Bunda.
Bunda sets the screen to the side. And he's fouled on the way up.
So Calagos will do 2 free throws right now. Great fishing foul for Calagos. So that's a first foul for Duarte.
Both teams have been going back and forth in the free throw line. So sa tingin ko, Coach Daryl, itong game na to will somehow be based kung sino ang mas may magandang shooting from the line today.
Yeah, of course, because everyone, especially ICC, is really driving hard. And the guards of De La Salle, if they can hit from the outside, nothing to do but to penetrate inside and get those fouls.
Oh, that's a wide open man, but he hesitates to fire. Ramirez, pass down the middle. He gets his own pass. Mintes.
And Vento with a rebound. Vento is always in the paint grabbing a rebound. Ang laki din itong Vento. It seems like he's a young kid but a wide-bodied kid. Bright future for
nice
this number
pass.
1 Vento.
That's a very nice pass to Monares. But
Bunda missed the 3-point shot for Bunda.
In and out. Medyo frustrating na rin siguro to para sa De La Salle. Their shots are not falling.
But maaga pa, Justin. Kung titignan natin, they still have time. They still have a chance right here to get the momentum going. This is just a few lead only, 21-17 in favor of ICC.
Pero, Coach Daryl, eto, kung may, anong natutunan mo sa slam dunk?
It's grabbing the rebound, of course.
Yan. Who controls the rebound controls the game. And that's the story for the first quarter of play. ICC up by 4. We'll be right back. And we're back for the second quarter of play.
And right now, Justin, as we can see on the screen, the team standings, ICC with a 3-0 record, perfect record for ICC. They are trying to keep it perfect with 4-0. On the other hand, De La Salle Dasmariñas with 1-2 winning record right here, but they have one winning streak with their previous game.
Kakagaling lang ng both teams sa panalo. The only difference is that mas masarap sa De La Salle kasi first two games nila talo and now they're coming from a win, trying to start a streak of winning para sa kanila dito.
And a three-point gunner there by Llamado missed the shot. So ICC Blue Hawks trying to dictate the pace right now.
Torres, pick set up by Vento.
Torres on top of the key swings the ball over.
They are being patient here. Drop pass. Underneath, no go. Vento tips the ball to his teammate.
And Monares muscling his way inside. Kita mo, nagigil si Monares sa pag-grab ng rebound. Before the quarter ends earlier, we are talking about the rebound. And Monares showing to us right there how important rebounding is.
Actually, Coach Daryl, Monares is leading the floor when it comes to rebound. He already has 6 rebounds.
And this time, it's De La Salle Dasmariñas grabbing offensive rebounds.
They have been in a cold streak dito, Coach Daryl. Vento wide open. Short.
And
Ito, tatakbo De La Salle. Calagos. Made it past the defense and Calagos. 2-point shot is good para dito kay Calagos.
Justin, Calagos on that possession really ignores all of the defense. Even Vento, the big man Vento, standing in front of him, iniwasan lang ni Calagos.
Sa isip siguro ni Calagos, andyan ka pala. What a 3 right there from Ramirez.
Ramirez, a smooth-looking jumper for Ramirez, one of the key guy from the outside here for the gunner for ICC Blue Hawks.
Now La Salle is trying to set up an offense here. Bunda for 3.
And Bunda answers back right away.
An eye for an eye, and ICC is already running. Ramirez is the tip of the spear for that offensive play.
But good recognition right there by the entry pass. Alam na mayroong running Flores on the other. Ramirez on the other end. Kaya nakalibre kaagad sila.
Another try from underneath.
Vento diving there for a rebound.
Bunda getting that board. The point guard is battling for the rebound. 2 straight misses there.
Strong rebound there by Vento. Now is a chance for ICC. Ramirez again.
He misses that time, and look at how Monares flies for the board, Coach Daryl.
If you're a coach, you will love the aggressiveness of Monares. Every time that the ball goes up or the ball got missed, he's there to try to grab that rebound.
It's like an automatic response, kumbaga, reflex na, Coach Daryl.
And right now, Jake Gaspay, the number 1 player for the ICC Blue Hawks, is back on the playing court.
Calagos has been leading the offense for the De La Salle Dasmariñas. Calagos. Iwan kay Bunda. 3. Wala. Look at who grabs the board this time, Coach Daryl.
And that's already his 5th rebound, Jake Gaspay.
Now, here comes the ICC again. Duarte attacking the middle. Was stopped by the defense. Babalik niya sa labas. Torres swings it to Gaspay. Gaspay gets that one to go.
And that's the first basket for Jake Gaspay. You saw the length of Gaspay. It's really difficult to defend this kind of guy.
You can see, pagdating ngayon sa length, lamang ang ICC, Coach Daryl.
That is right. Let's see how can De La Salle Dasmariñas find a way right here to score.
That's De Los Santos right there.
And De Los Santos says that if I can shoot 3, I'm here to shoot perimeter jumper.
Actually, Coach Daryl, Paul De Los Santos is the guy that is a notable matchup against dito kay Gaspay a while ago. As I've said, he has almost a quadruple double-2 in their previous game, in their first win of the tournament.
It's all over the place for that player. Torres from way out.
Oh my goodness!
Kita mo yun, Justin. Ang tindi ng depensa. Hands up right on top of the key. But ignore the defender to shoot that wonderful 3 points.
That will force Coach Tito Reyes to call a timeout. You'll be right. Coach Tito Reyes was terrified before that timeout, Coach Daryl, as ICC hit a three-pointer in between their eyes while the doors are closed.
You're correct on that, Justin. It's 35-24. ICC is up right here. They're controlling the game right now.
Out of nowhere, Coach Daryl.
That is right. You know what happened right there? It's a tight game in the first quarter, right? It's answering back and forth for both teams. But when the substitution happened, look at the bench points right now early in this game for ICC Blue Hawks. They are 20-9 compared to the De La Salle Dasmariñas. Ang laking advantage nun. If you're gonna have your second stringer to score this high early on the game, advantage ka agad. Kahit nakapahinga yung first 5 mo, you have the backup players who will score and dominate for you.
Actually, Coach Daryl, slow start para kay Gaspay. But Monares and Vento picked up the pace, picked up the slack. Sila ang sumagot ng mga rebounds na kinakailangan ng ICC when Gaspay was not there for them.
So first shot for Bunda is good. Smooth looking free throw mechanic for Bunda. Ang ganda ng release. Nothing but net. Let's see if he can do that again here in the second attempt.
Bunda's second shot is also in. In my recollection, he hasn't missed a free throw yet, which is a good sign para dito sa De La Salle because ICC has been missing their free throws a lot today. Now Vento swings it to the left wing.
Too strong on that shot by Ian Torres.
But take note, Guerrero, another offensive rebound. Ramirez that time, the small man.
And it's ICC really grabbing all of those rebounds. Offensive, defensive rebounds. Lahat na yata ng rebound na umangat. Sila na kumuha.
And you don't expect rebounds from the smaller guys on the floor, but they're also grabbing these boards. Now Duarte is wide open. No go. Rebounded by Gaspay. To Ramirez. To Gaspay again. They'll reset it. 8 seconds to work with. Duarte kicks out. 4-3. Oh my goodness, Torres! He shot through the door and now he shot through an open window.
Ian Torres really composed even though a shot clock winding down. Alam niya na kaya niyang ipasok yung mga 3 points na yon despite the fact that he lost his balance on that shot.
Bunda will try to answer back. No go. Vento with the board. Torres and Ramirez working the perimeter defense dito ng Lasal. And they have no answer for them. As I was speaking, Ramirez just got a mid-range jumper to fall.
Pangalawang shoulder jumper na yan ni Ramirez galing from a crossover. You know, I think he is really practicing that move. Shot coming from a crossover. A deadly move. And a hard-to-stop move.
On this side naman, Calagos to De Los Santos. He will miss that shot. Duarte swings it to the corner. They would miss that time. And look at that guy. Gaspay just collects the board out of nowhere.
If your captain ball is really energetic like Jake Gaspay, everyone on the floor, mahahawa yan ng energy. Everyone will be energetic as well. Lahat yan. And
Coach Daniel, they just grabbed another offensive board. What a pass by Gaspay! Oh my goodness, Vento just missed that wide open layup.
a good recognition by Gaspay, but Vento, a sorry miss on that possession.
And the ball will sail out of bounds as Montes' pass was tipped out.
For our rebounding department, you can see right here, Joshua Monares with 7 rebounds already and Jake Gaspay with 6.
They are controlling their rebounding boards, Coach Darren.
That's right. And as a team, they are 29-18 in terms of rebound. They're really out-rebounding De La Salle. Dasmariñas here in this game.
Naglalaho yung depensa sa ilalim dito ng De La Salle with the athleticism and the size of ICC. Now let's see here. Flores, he was the danger man from their last game. He was 5 of 6 in that game, Coach Darrell. Gaspay, the one-hander. Hooky is missed. And he'll commit a frustration foul there, Coach Darrell.
Jake Gaspay missed a shot right there, and he tried to steal the ball right away. That's why he was called with a foul. There are times as a player, if you miss a shot, eager ka agad makabawi ng depensa. There are times also that you need to be smart with that. Kasi ayaw mong mapituhan kagad ng maraming foul, especially if you're one of the key guy of your team like Jake Gaspay.
Alley-oop pass!
And an alley-oop play right there for ICC. A great finish by Roger Ondoa. Nakita mo kung gaano kataas inabot ni Roger Ondoa yung bola on that possession. It's almost a dunk.
Munti ko nang abutan ng kape sa Eric, Coach Darrell. Paul De Los Santos. That's a bad shot right there. He's covered by 3 men and he still forced that one out. Ondoa attacking. Met by the defense. Flores to Gaspay. Thought about a 3. Gaspay zigzagging. Now he's posting up. Attacking. Too fast. Too athletic. Too long. And to Jake Gaspay.
Despite the fact that there's 2 defenders in front of him, he was able to finish using his athleticism.
If you are a player of De La Salle at the moment, or Coach Tito Reyes, you should be very frustrated at the moment. They haven't bought a bucket in minutes, Coach Darrell.
That is right. I think timeout needs to be called right here. Just a ceasefire and gather the team up.
Another basket will send it to a 20-point lead.
Calagos with a great steal right there.
Calagos attacking Gaspay. He will find the bottom of the board. But a bad pass there by Gaspay will resort it to a turnover. Calagos will take advantage of that. 46-30 is our score. There's only 27 seconds remaining in this half. Ondoa
Ondoa taking his time right now.
passed it to a three-pointer. He will not take it. And he missed it wide open layup.
It's a great move right there by ICC Blue Hawks that King Gallardo, you saw his fake, create an opportunity to drive hard. Unfortunately, on that possession, unable to finish.
From the Hail Mary, Conchit almost made it, but that's the end of the first half. ICC leading a landslide over De La Salle 46-30. We'll be back for the second half. still coming live from the PUP Gymnasium here in Santa Mesa, Manila. It's the second half now. As you can see the standings here, ICC is in the second place in the team standings. They're chasing Olivares, which will have their game today after this one. DLSU now struggling to keep their head above water. They're down by as much as 18 a while ago.
And Justin, just to review the first half that we have, ICC is up right here 46-30. This is because of one of the best scorer that they have on their team. That's Toti Ramirez with already 13 points. And also the rebounding department, the big man of ICC, Jake Gaspay and Joshua Monares with 7 rebounds each. And what LaSalle Dasmariñas needs to do right here, they need to find the lane right here. They are only having 25% with the field goal percentage. That's one of the lowest field goal percentage that I've seen right here in the NCRAA. LaSalle needs to find a way how to score against ICC.
Oh my goodness. Now even the big man is contributing from the three-point line. Coach, that is Manzano just hit a three-pointer, but before that it was Montes with a mid-range jumper.
That's one of the great weapons to have right now. If you have a big man who can stretch the floor, that's a huge advantage for your team. That's what Manzano shows us on that possession.
Now it's ICC trying to answer back that two-pointer from De Los Santos. Swings it to the middle. That's Manzano. He's fouled. And one para kay Dido, kay Manzano.
Manzano really seals his defender right there. Good positioning for Manzano. Lower the boom using his shoulder and length to get a foul and easily scores a basket. That's why he is on the line right now for a bonus free throw.
We'll see if he'll make this. ICC has a bad history of free throw shooting today, Coach Darren.
And there you go. You really says it's right. Manzano missed a shot, but he'll go again. A free throw violation was called right here.
So basically, Coach Darrell, if he'll make this free throw, he basically split again his free throw attempts. The story for ICC para ngayon. And there you go.
He sinks it in.
He splits the free throw.
So Calagos right here,
Calagos,
setting up a play.
He's been carrying the offense and the defense in his back. Ooh, that's an offensive call kontra dito kay Montes.
Too much aggressiveness right there for Montes.
Shoulders down. Nakita ng referee. And that's an easy call para sa mga referees. Now Monares is getting the inbound down to Flores.
So if you're going to look at LaSalle Dasmariñas right here, they are giving out a full court pressure now against the ICC. This is the best time to do that for you to be back on this game. You were down 50-34. This is the time to do a full court pressure.
17-point game. De La Salle trying to mount a comeback. Gallardo dribbling the ball, looking for a play. Gives it to Flores. Manzano, top of the key, underneath. Monares.
Offensive foul right there was called against Monares, but I like the play right there of the ICC Blue Hawks. If you're able to recognize it, what they did right there is an elevator screen using Gallardo giving out to the wingman. That's Flores who gets the ball. Kaya naka-open ng libreng-libre yung big man to a one-on-one play because they know that they have an advantage if they will put the ball in the post.
Now Montes takes the shot. He misses. And ICC is already running. Gallardo, what a defense by Calagos. Just very composed. Hindi siya sundot ng sundot. Waited for that perfect timing. Taps the ball out of bounds. Out of the hands nitong si Gallardo.
Inabangan lang talaga ni Calagos yung drive doon ni Gallardo. He didn't really challenge it by doing a hands up. But here, we have a 5 seconds inbound violation committed by Alfred Flores of ICC.
Patience is a virtue, ika nga Coach Darrell. Pero kahit anong sobra ay masama. 5-second violation there. And De La Salle still missing their three-pointers here. They started the first quarter sinking 2 three-pointers in a row, and now they're missing everything.
Ondoa now setting up a play for the ICC Blue Hawks.
He's against Calagos. Ondoa, sky high. And they get another offensive board? No. De La Salle will be able to secure that one. Now the counter-offensive. Montes to Calagos. Looking for an open man. Inside, Paul De Los Santos misses. And now Flores is running to Gallardo. Gallardo made sure he'll take a shot this time, but he misses.
Gallardo is looking for a contact right there, but a good defense there by De La Salle University. Dasmariñas.
Montes is fouled downstairs. This is what you want to see from De La Salle ng second quarter, Coach Darrell. You want to see them run, try to penetrate. Ika mo nga, live and die by the three. Nung second quarter, they died by the three-point line.
And right now, they're trying to attack the paint.
Montes underneath challenges the defense of Monares, and he will succeed for Luis Montes.
And Luis Montes really showing there a wonderful body control. Nakita mo, inangat niya yung bola, looking for a bump, and then he puts it back in. You can't do that if you don't have a good body control. Kudos to Montes in doing that great move.
That's a nice move from Montes, pero Coach Darrell, he's 2 of 10 from the field at the moment. Ondoa! My goodness!
Showing his vertical ability, Ondoa using his left hand to put the ball back in the basket.
Wait nga, Coach Darrell, parang kailangan ko ng binoculars. Wala ako nakikitang tagaktak ng pawis man lang kay Ondoa sa ginawa niyang yun. Montes attacking again the defense, and he is hammered down.
Ondoa has an eyes on his veins, really cold-blooded, composed, know when to attack, know where to use that high vertical leap. So, but this possession, free throw will be given to Luis Montes.
Luis Montes trying to get his offense going, pero at the moment he is 2 of 10 from the field. That's a bit harsh on him.
But you know what's good about Luis Montes, despite that he is not the tallest player on the floor, he is playing as a shooting guard for De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. He already grabbed 5 rebounds. So if you are the coach, you want to have your guards to have those kind of rebounding or be part of the rebounding department.
If the opposing team, like the ICC, have the likes of Ondoa, you would really need everybody to help on the rebounding end, as De La Salle putting a full court pressure here on the ICC. They're already meeting them even way beyond the three-point line, but there will be a foul whistled.
It's a great move right there by Coach Tito Reyes in giving that instruction to their player to pressure the ball handler. You don't want ICC to get the ball in the post. You're going to have some difficulty. Look at the lineup right now. In terms of length and strength, La Salle Dasmariñas doesn't have a capability to play inside. So you're going to utilize your strength, which is your guards, to play hard from the outside.
Don't tell me. Oh my goodness. Even the lucky bounce is on the side of ICC, and what a defensive stop there. He makes it 3, and he blocks a shot in transition. That's Joey Umaga for you guys.
And that player, Umaga, really plays strong on the defensive or on the offensive end with the 3 points. Double edge. Siya din yung nag-stop on the other end of the court.
And Paul De Los Santos is fouled underneath. Nice patience and footwork, baiting the defense. Yun nga sabi mo, Coach L, attack the middle, put them in foul trouble. That might still work at this quarter. May oras pa para makabawi dito ang De La Salle.
So 56-39 right here. We are almost at the halfway mark of our third quarter.
It's a 17-point game. De Los Santos makes his first free throw and misses the second. It's a 17-point game, but we are still hopeful that we will see a comeback and a very close game at the fourth quarter of this game, Coach Darren.
That is right. La Salle Dasmariñas needs to continue this kind of intensity for their team. It's giving them a great run for this second half. 56-39, anything is possible right here. But right now, I think this is Manzano on the line right now shooting for free throw.
We'll see if the curse of the free throw line continues. And I haven't even finished my sentence yet, and the answer is already yes. Manzano misses the first of two.
Coach Jay Agsalud needs to do some practice with their free throw percentage, probably some runs or some shooting drills for their team to improve this shooting percentage of ICC Blue Hawks.
And he splits it again.
And because of this now, we want to thank all of our sponsors right now. Do Rings Barbecue and Restaurant located at Kalawaan, Pasig. Napakasarap ng barbecue diyan, Justin. Also, if you love surfing, you love the beach, Panina Beach Camp at Real Quezon is the place to go. We want to thank also Molten for our official ball. And of course, the PSC, the Philippine Sports Commission Chairman, Mr. Richard Bachman.
The new chairman of the PSC. As we were speaking, Coach Daryl, you said Panina Beach Camp is good for surfing, diba? Umaga just surfed away from the defense. He was running so fast and he got a 2 on the fast break. But Puda will answer that one back.
Puda, the big man for De La Salle Dasmaniñas.
What a pass by Torres! Just couldn't finish that one.
Just a sore miss right there for Torres.
Trinidad to Montes, kicks it out. Paul De Los Santos, his favorite spot.
Paul De Los Santos, a wide-bodied man who can shoot from the perimeter. What a weapon that you have there for De La Salle University. You need to utilize his strength to shoot from the outside.
Grado, he's been quiet so far here. Gives it. Labio for 3. Oh my goodness. They are shutting the door open, Coach Daryl.
Good defense there by Puda, but no good defense there for the shooters of ICC.
Ika nga, Coach Daryl, it is what it is at this moment para sa De La Salle. De Los Santos, nice defense underneath. And now ICC is running once again. Gives it. Labio wide open, same spot. Can't get that one to go.
A different result right there for
Montes.
Labio, but if you're Labio, you want to take that shot.
That's a good shot. Coach Daryl actually just couldn't make it. And Trinidad at last makes another three-pointer. He made one in the first.
And Trinidad stares down the bench of the ICC after nailing that wonderful three-point gunner.
You are down by 16, but you still want to have your players to have that confidence, that killer instinct. Now swaying against the defense. That's Torres. Torres drops pass, kicks it out to Umaga for 3. Rolls out, and a foul will be whistled against De Los Santos.
If you're going to look at that possession, that's a great possession there for the ICC despite the miss. You don't want, that's what you want actually if you're ICC. You want to have an open man. It's an open man 3. It's just that they're able to convert it. But a great defense naman on the other end of La Salle boxing out. However, too much aggressiveness in doing box out. Kaya nagkaroon ng loose ball foul and it results Manzano to be on the line.
The problem is they're already in the penalty. But the good thing is ICC has been missing their free throws. I cannot emphasize that enough, Coach Darrow. They have been missing free throws.
And I can see right here, Coach Paul De La Cruz, one of the good friend of mine, really jotting down notes what to do with their free throw percentage.
He splits it again. Coach Darrow, I don't know what's going on here. It's like the first shot is the gauge here. Like, oh, too strong. Oh, too short. And then he'll make the second.
But they can adjust. ICC players, they can adjust with their free throw shooting rhythm. They are now at the 57% on the free throw line compared to 87% of La Salle Dasmariñas.
Big difference in the free throw line, but also a big difference in the field goal percentage in between these teams. Now there's a foul here. Reyes will book a trip to the line.
And we want to do a shout out right here for some of our live watchers. Please leave a comment right here as much as possible. We want to do a shout out for you guys. Shout out to Gerald Mondeja, Go ICC, rooting for a Blue Hawks here. And for Yara Francesca, nice one, love Mark. Oh, it's a good fan club right here for our live streamers for today.
Ika nga, Coach Aaron, Bebe Buff. Now we're back in this one. Reyes splits his free throws. Now Trinidad is attacking. Trinidad with a high arcing teardrop, no go. And last touch ICC.
Great pressure defense right there for LaSalle. They have a chance right here to lower down this advantage of the ICC. That is because of their full court pressure defense.
Trinidad just threw that ball up. I'm not sure what was his intention. What was he thinking?
Ill-advised shot there for Trinidad. It's too early to get that shot. They still have time on the shot clock.
He just threw it up, Coach Darrell. No explanation.
We want to give a shout out to Gerald Pixon. Shout out Rogelio Calagos. Go LaSalle Dasmariñas. We have someone from LaSalle Dasmariñas watching all over here.
That's the spirit that you want. You want to see the team fans cheering their players. And as we were speaking, Buda just got a mid-range jumper to go. Looks like LaSalle's weapon in today's game is the mid-range jumper.
So Torres right on the right wing setting up a play.
Labio thought about that. Passes it to Torres. Torres, teardrop, no go. Rebounded by...
It's strong rebounding by the ICC, courtesy of Kenneth Grado. You can see that he never gives up. He never gives up. He doesn't want anyone to push him away out in the paint. Kaya nakakuha siya nung rebound and a foul there. That's why he is on the free throw line right now for 2 shots.
Kenneth Grado has no points yet, and as we speak, they missed another free throw. Coach Darrell has no points yet, but there are things that you don't see in a score sheet, and one of them is hustle.
That is right. Those are the intangibles that we want to see for your players if you were the coach. And another shout out right here for LaSalle Dasmariñas fans for Raymond Ramirez and Frances Margaret Miliari. Go DLSU D.
Gaining momentum here. LaSalle just sank another three-pointer courtesy of Trinidad. He is finding his mark now, the marksman for De La Salle. The big man gives it to Umaga. Umaga misses. Grado another board. Ball tip out of bounds. It will stay with ICC.
A lot of board grabs right here for ICC. Blue Hawks still continue to out-rebound the De La Salle Dasmariñas.
What a play by Torres.
A really composed player, Torres. Always ready to take a shot if there's an open lane.
Montes now looking for somebody. That's Trinidad. He fakes it. Trinidad attacking. Trinidad making.
What a body control by Trinidad. Looking for contact. Doesn't change anything. Talagang go hard lang sa basket at looking for that 2 points.
On the other end, Labio already answers back with the same amount of energy and same amount of hustle. There's 15 seconds left in this quarter to play.
What an intense basketball game that we have right here.
Trinidad with a long bomb there. No go. Labio stop. Pops. Delivers the 3. And that's it for the third quarter play.
What a quarter for Jomar Labio. And that is the end of the third quarter. 69-54 in favor of the ICC Blue Hawks. Justin, stay tuned. Guys, NCRAA Game 2 will be back.
The fourth quarter of play is about to begin. Welcome back to NCRAA. This is the second game of the day. It's De La Saltas Marinas going up against Immaculada Concepcion College.
And Justin, that's a great quarter there despite that they are still down right here for De La Salle Dasmariñas 69-54. We're able to see the aggressiveness in their eyes. The body control is different compared to the first quarter. Let's see, Justin, if they can still be back on this game against the ICC Blue Hawks.
They have about 9 minutes and 30 seconds to mount a comeback. As Bunda fires the three, no go. Reyes gets the board and he is hammered down.
We are in the fourth quarter right now. We want to thank our sponsors, the Team Metro Muscles, the MMG. Thank you for helping us right here at the NCRAA, and also Two Rings Barbecue and Restaurants located at Calawaan, Pasig City, as well as Paninap Beach Camp at Real, Quezon.
And that's a turnover there. Reyes wasn't able to hold on tight to that basketball. Now ICC is attacking. Duarte gives it to De La Cruz. Swings it to Labio. Ooh, that's from the Jimmy country. No go.
But you can see the stroke of Labio right there. He knows that he can take those kind of shots. It's straight. It's just that it's short on the power. Probably needs to add up some power in the legs. Move it up to your fingertip for you to have a good follow through and a possible.
Do you think, Coach Daryl, that is a good shot right there?
I mean, I'm looking at the not on that possession, but I like the shooting mechanic of Labio.
But Labio delivers that mid-range jumper right there. Calagas.
Labio really showing us right here the shooting, a great shooting mechanic.
Montes swings it. Trinidad. No go. Here comes the running game. De La Cruz wide up front. De La Cruz misses it. Monares with the board. Still no go.
And here you go. One-on-one. Reyes. An offensive foul was called right here against Reyes. A great defense right there by Toti Ramirez. Just standing in front of Reyes.
Tito Reyes just shook his head after that play. He doesn't know what's going on here. De La Cruz with the ball. Labio setting up a screen. Gives it to the side. Ramirez was the hot man for ICC during the second frame. Ramirez reverse layup. No go. Rebounded by ICC. No go. De Los Santos with the board. Here comes the running game. Montes gives it to De Los Santos. And they will chill down for a second here. Montes attacking Manzano. Montes. No go. Manzano with the board.
And Justin, if you look at the lineup right now for the ICC, this is already the reserve players that they're fielding right now. This is one of the great advantages of Coach Jay Agsalud. You have a deep lineup. You can produce a lot of bench points. You can rotate your players and let your starters rest.
Rest is definitely a factor here, as Gapay has been riding the bench most of the time here, but they are still up by this much. Calagos gives it to Montes. Montes may have traveled. Gives it back to Calagos. Underneath, nice pass to De Los Santos with a Hesi, pump fake, and the make for De Los Santos. Ramirez. Calagos on him. Too much dribbling from Ramirez here. Kicks it out. Labio for three.
And that's what I'm talking about to you, Justin. The shooting form of Labio. He really knows when to take a shot. He really knows how to use his strength from way out of the country.
Di ko alam kung napansin mo, Coach Darren. The second quarter, it was Ramirez with a smoking hot shooting. In the third quarter, it was Omaga. And now, look who's here. It's Labio.
Smart move right there by the ICC King Gallardo, throwing it right on the foot of the opposing players.
And Coach Tito Reyes will want to talk things over. We'll be right back after a short while. It's 20 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter of play, and things are looking bleak para dito sa De La Salle University. Wide open three-pointer is another three-point has been delivered by Labio.
Labio gunning from the outside. One of the best shooting form. Lagi kong sasabihin, gustong-gusto ko yung tira ni Labio. You know, really arcing high with those shots.
Coach, that is why it leads me to such curiosity. How can they sink this much three-pointers and not sink their free throws?
It's because of the practice. They tend to practice a lot of three-point shots on their gym, probably on the game that they're always playing. But if you will do what you practice. If you don't practice your free throw shots, despite that you are a strong shooter, you will not sink it in.
As we were talking, Coach Daryl Montes, the shooting guard is skying high again for offensive boards. Just a shame that they couldn't get a basket to go here. Look at Calagos. Passes it. Vesagas wide open lane, and that was the hustle that was missing in the first half. I think the story of this game would have been way different if they have been showing this hustle in the earlier stages of this game.
You're correct on that, Justin. Kung ito lang yung pinakita nila nung umpisa pa lang, sana close yung game natin.
Ito naman, Coach Daryl, in the third quarter where they started this kind of hustle, the score was the ICC scored 23 points. And actually, De La Salle outscored them 24 points in the third quarter. They just need the hustle, and it was missing. It was missing in the first half of play para dito sa De La Salle. That's Trinidad. He's fouled. Could have made it an end one.
Almost an end one play there for Trinidad. It's just that the ball rolls over the rim. Almost, but not quite for Trinidad.
It would have been a great present if that ball went in, but he will make the first free throw.
Trinidad already with 11 points, 5 rebounds, an assist. However, 13 minutes lang naglaro si Trinidad for De La Salle. One of the main man sana for De La Salle, Das Marinas.
I think, Coach Daryl, one of the factors that led to that is that nung second quarter, he fired a lot of blank shots from deep and inside the three-point line.
That's right, Justin. But right now, as you can see, De La Salle, Das Marinas is really hounding and pounding the ICC Blue Hawks. They're having some difficulty to cross the half-court line. It results to a lot of steals and turnover for the ICC.
But as we see, Trinidad tries another three, and he misses it again. 4 minutes and 33 seconds left in this game.
And looking at the shot selection right here for Trinidad, despite the 13 points that he has, it's 4 out of 15 on the field goal.
And that has been the story for De La Salle. Misses upon misses. Even Montes has a lot of misses in this game. But De La Cruz to Manzano.
Offensive foul was called right here, Justin. And Justin, I want to greet also our friends at Bulacan, our co-village from Roca Village, right? We want to give a shout out to all of those people right there.
How you doing, people? Kamusta kayo dyan? And Calago swings it to Vesagas for 3, and they just couldn't buy a bucket. Here comes the slower offense now for ICC. They really don't have to put much hustle. They actually need to use the time more this time. Manzano. Labio. Oh, offensive foul is called.
Offensive foul was called right here. I
And
think
words.
that is against King Gallardo.
And words have been exchanged here between Gallardo and Trinidad, and the referee immediately went in between the two of them to, avoid altercations.
Actually, Coach Jay Agsalud needs to talk to his players right now. They need to maintain their composure. They are up right here, 7-7 to 6-2. It's not just getting the win. What you want to happen is to have your players complete on the next game that you will have. Kasi pag natawahan ka ng technical foul or you'll be thrown out of the court, hindi ka makakalaro. You can be probably suspended on the next game.
So I hope ICC will keep their slate clean dito. They'll get the win and no player suspended. We don't want any altercations in general. Basketball is basketball. Nothing else, as De Los Santos is fouled inside by Manzano.
And Paul De Los Santos, smooth looking free throw shot for De Los Santos. And we want to greet also our boss right here, Buddy Encarnado, on the court right now, and also the PSC chairman. It's Richard Bachman for the PSC chairman. Thank you so much, sir, for your support here at the NCRAA.
As De Los Santos makes both free throws, it's a 13-point game. They lose the ball. Calagos attacking. Calagos too fancy. And Torres collects it. Torres
taking his time right now, but Labio says, I'll take the three.
Every time Labio takes a three-pointer, probably the bench of De La Salle's heartbeat stops.
15 points already for Joe Mark Labio. And guess what?
Labio fakes. Labio hits nothing but the board, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation.
Labio with a great percentage from the downtown with 60%. 3 out of 5 from the downtown for Joe Mark Labio. It's a high 3-point percentage.
Coming into this game, Coach Darrell, we were expecting Alfred Flores to color up the rainbow country, but out of nowhere, Labio said, no, I'm the one on duty today on the marksman.
Alfred Flores is 0 out of 2. However, Coach Jay Agsalud fielded his reserve players. Alfred Flores only played 12 and a half minutes in this game.
Now you see the fight in De La Salas. Paul De Los Santos skies high to try to grab the board, but he is fouled, and ICC is in a penalty situation.
And Justin, if you're going to look at LaSalle Dasmariñas right now, they are a different team. Ibang-iba to dun sa LaSalle Dasmariñas that we've watched earlier in the first half.
Exactly.
Right now, it's 77 to 64. Anything is possible in this game.
De Los Santos misses his first free throw, but if he makes this, it will send them to a 4-possession ball game, Coach Terra.
And that's still possible. I've coached one of the team that was up by, I think, 11 points in less than 2 minutes. And because of the unforced error and a silly mistake by the players, we lost. So that's a heartbreaking loss for us, and we learned from it.
De Los Santos misses both free throws. Montes skies high, grab the board, but De Los Santos turns it over. That's a traveling violation. Now Torres gives it to the big man Manzano. They are being trapped here. Can they cross the half court? De La Cruz forward, almost stolen.
Labio recovers the ball.
Now Torres, defended by Calagos. Probably the best perimeter defender in this game. Torres underneath to Manzano. Manzano.
No foul called there. Great recognition there by Torres in passing and the cutting Manzano. However, Manzano unable to convert an easy 2 points.
And there's a challenge here by the bench, and now the officials are talking. Ball will remain with De La Salle. Trinidad took chances there, takes a 3, but he misses. Now Calagos will inbound the ball. Gives it. Vesagas. Montes for 3.
And we are now down in the last 2 minute mark, Justin. And we want to thank our sponsors, During Barbecue and Restaurant, Paninap Beach Camp, Molten, our official ball, and also Team Metro Muscle, MMG.
Our sponsors always there for us to keep the league floating, and Labio is always there to sink a 3.
18 points, scored scorching hot from downtown. That's Jomark Labio.
When this game began, we talked about that this will be a battle fought in the Jimmy country, and Labio definitely the best soldier in today's game.
ICC shows us that they can play from out of town, but LaSalle is offline as of the moment.
Out of nowhere, it's back to an 18-point game, and I can see it in the body language of the LaSallians that this game is over too for them.
And we can see here, right at the PUPG, dumadami na yung mga fans na pumapasok dito. They are excited to watch our next game, which is the SDCA versus Olivares College.
Baka nabalitaan nila na intense yung game na nilalaro natin dito ngayon, Coach Daryl.
Of course, we are now down less than a minute right here. It's safe to say that ICC really shows us right here how to win a basketball game.
It's actually 11:20 at the moment, and there's only 38 seconds remaining. So these people going into this gymnasium, they are choosing to spend their lunchtime with us to watch basketball, collegiate basketball.
And we want to thank also all of our live watchers for today, right? In Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and even in Solar. We want to thank you guys. Please share this link that you're watching right now so your friends also can watch this.
Manzano!
Using his length to get that pass and put back the basketball in.
Anong tawag doon, Coach Daryl? Inagawan ng candy.
Tama ka dyan, Justin. That's the barangay term in that possession.
Pinagawan ng candy.
ICC Blue Hawks melting the clock right here. It's a convincing victory for the ICC Blue
Very
Hawks.
convincing for ICC. Very disappointing on the side of De La Salle. They were hopeful going into this ball game to try and start a winning streak, climb that ladder, the standings, but it will not come to that. And that's the end of our ball game. It's an 84-64 demolition by ICC over De La Salle. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with the best player of the ball game.
Average on this game is what? 3 point per game. Ano ba kinain natin at ang ganda ng kondisyon natin ngayong araw?
Sa ano po, sinabi po ng coach namin, pag ano po, open po, tira lang po, wag pong kakabahan po. Tsaka po yung tiwala po ng team, isa po.
So, that's a great compliment right there for your teammates, Jomar. So, ano ba yung mga preparation nyo as a team? Your scoring as a team is really well distributed on this game. Ano ba yung piniprepare sa inyo ni Coach para dito sa game na to against De La Salle?
Ano po, una po, hindi po kami nagpahinga, diretso po kami sa pag-ensayo. Kasi po, hindi po kami, kampante po. Lahat po ng team na lalaroin po namin, malalakas po, solid po silang lahat.
And good luck on your next game, J. Mark. And bibigyan kita ng time right here to thank everyone who's supporting you and the ICC Blue Hawks. Lahat nanonood ng mga kaibigan mo dyan sa ating FB Live and also sa ating other social media platform. Ano masasabi mo sa kanila, J. Mark?
Una po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Panginoon. Sunod po sa homeowners po namin, si Sir Marco. Sa mga coaches po namin na nagtitiwala sa amin, sa mga teammates po namin. Tsaka po sa ICC family po. Tsaka po sa kapatid po ni Coach na si Kuya Dandan po na sa ibang bansa po. Tapos po maraming din po salamat sa magulang ko na sumusuporta sa amin. Tsaka po yung girlfriend ko po sa Pangasinan po.
And thank you so much for that wonderful interview to you, J. Mark. And again, congratulations to you and the ICC Blue Hawks. Back to you, Justin.
Thank you, Coach Daryl. As you can see, that is Joe Mark. That is Joe Mark for you, the sniper in the building in today's game. And when we return, it's the third game of the morning. We'll be right back.